Here is the way to have virtual experiences of fictional worlds that you're working on. You know, in the story Total Recall, which is based on a Philip K. Dick story about someone who, instead of going on a vacation, goes to have memory implants of another experience, so that when they wake up, they will have memories as if they have gone to another place that they didn't actually go. This is sort of the way the virtual experience of a fictional world works. When we write character sketches, when we write and rewrite the story, we are developing memories of this other place, this fictional place. And the more that we work on the story, the stronger the memories of this fictional place becomes. As an exercise, let's work with a memory that you've developed from your real-world experience. Let's say that you worked at a place long enough to know the place like the back of your hand, or let's say that you've driven or traveled a route to a place that you go to regularly, weekly, until you know that route like the back of your hand. Now, for the exercise, you can close your eyes and you can revisit that place by visiting that memory to get a sense of what I'm talking about. So choose a memory location and remember it. Go back there. Remember what it smells like. Remember what the air feels like. Remember what is around that corner. Remember what is in the drawer to the left. Think about these details and recall them and refresh this memory. The fiction writer becomes very good at this type of mental activity. They get very good at revisiting memories, only the memories that they're visiting are made-up memories. They are the character sketches. They are the imagined personality traits of different characters. They are the imagined details of the location and more or less the events that take place there. Now, to get the greatest benefits from this type of fictional work, remember, patience is great, because this really is about a gradual thing. This is something that becomes better over time. When you're first working on a story, the memories aren't going to be that strong, and it's through gradual, it's through the rewriting, it's through changing things around and changing the things your characters say and the arrangement of the way things happen, that just by doing that we gradually make these memories stronger and stronger until they can be as strong as the memories we have of real-life events. Remember, when you're doing a character or location sketch, it is not at all a waste of time. And even though you end up with writing that you're not going to read to anyone or publish, or it seems like it's extra, it won't actually go in the story, you're still developing these memories that you'll have with you, that you'll be able to use like a tool to make better storytelling decisions. The number one thing you can do is become aware of this type of mental discipline, become aware of this practice, and that will accelerate you getting better at this type of fiction writing, imagining. Fictional memories, for the purpose of storytelling fiction writing, are much more changeable, mutable, interactive than real-life memories. And so what happens a lot, let's say that you're working on a scene that takes place on a beachfront, and you're working on it, and then you think, no, I think it would work a lot better if it happened on the deck of a boat. The next time you visit that memory, it's on the deck of a boat. So that memory has changed. It still keeps the parts that you're going to use and some of the backstory that you won't use, but still improve your storytelling decision making. but that memory has completely transformed. Writing can be full of growing pains. Every time that we start working with a new character, we feel this gulf, this absent, this non-character, because we haven't developed that character yet. Every time we're working on this scene, we feel this vacuum of not enough information, not enough backstory and inner logic about a scene. And so as we slowly develop these things, we feel the ache of our story needing these things in order to take off and fly. So just remember that every time that your story, you need to create a new character, know that at first it's going to very much be a non-character, and as you start to wonder about what the character can be like and have fun thinking about different character traits you can portray and the way that, you know, as you revisit that character begins to have more features and begins to have more of a life history, and you get a better idea about, you know, how they would present themselves, the kinds of things they would say and do, and more often you find yourself thinking, oh, that would be something that character would say. Oh, that would be, you know, you in your real life you witness something and it reminds you of the fictional character. And after a while, the memory of this, the made-up fictional memory of this character becomes realer and realer and fuller and gives you more and more ideas, and they start to speak on their own, and as you have a better understanding about the way their mind works, your subconscious helps out telling you the kinds of things they would say and do, and it's almost like they take on a life of their own, so they can start to feel very real in a sense. Now, like any mental discipline, this is something you can get better at over time. So think of the strongest memory you have, and in remembering it, realize how much you feel like as if you've gone back there. That memory is so strong that you know it isn't the real world, but it feels very real to you. The memories of your fiction story can be that strong. The strongest memory you have, the memories of your fictional story can be that strong. There's a big difference here, because if you sit down and you write a character sketch, you're doing that exercise, you've done writing it, you go back to the story, that's one thing. But if you consciously, while you're writing that character sketch, if you're aware of the fact that you're developing a memory of that character, that is giving your subconscious mind an understanding of what it's doing, and it can really get to work and build stronger memories that help you. Real life memories, for the most part, they're stagnant. They're what the place looked like and what happened and what people said. But these memories are alive in that, I think, because they were created out of a wanting to make up something new, when you visit them, they'll continually offer up new things of how things might have gone or what the characters there might have said, and so it's still, these memories still offer up surprises when you remember them, when you revisit them. When you hear about an author who says, I feel like I visited that place in my story, or I feel like my characters are alive, they have a life of their own. This is what is happening. These interactive memories are developed, made richer and richer to a point where when you remember these characters you've created, they tell you new things. They reveal new things about themselves. So these memories are places in your mind that you can visit, and in that way they are very real. It isn't the holodeck. you aren't going to. I'm not going to walk through that door and walk into one of my fictional worlds. But it is a very effective virtual experience. Just imagine that you wake up one morning and you realize that you have these memories of being another person and living another life and living in the dangers and advantages of that other life and what it feels like to occupy those different pair of shoes. And that this memory is as strong as any memory that you have. Also imagine that those memories are very much more alive and constantly, they are continually changing much more than your real life memories. This is the effect that you can start to get by using these techniques. So think about a place that you only visited one time and try to remember it. And then think of a place that you occupied for years and years and years. Think about the street where you lived for 6 years and realize how strong those memories are. The reason those memories are so strong is because you repeatedly brought yourself to that place and repeatedly added more information to that memory. So every time that you work on figuring out what a character is all about, every time that you furnish and refurnish a location, every time that you switch a fictional scene around, you are adding to that memory. Don't rush it, because it's going to take a long time and you won't enjoy it if you rush it, and you will enjoy it immensely if you just do it for its own sake. And while doing this, be aware that what you're doing is you are developing these memories, and these memories will be the decision-making mind state that you're going to go into. For the writer, the real work environment is in their mind. People may think that the work environment for the writer is a desk. It used to be with a typewriter. It can be with paper and pen and computer. But the real work environment is in the mind, and that is becoming aware of the relationship your conscious mind has with your subconscious mind. So when you work out a character sketch, you may leave that character, you may put that character sketch away, the paper, and never look at it again. But what you're doing is you're developing a memory that you're not putting away. That memory is exactly what is going to be with you, and the most important tool that you are going to use in writing that next part of your story. Eventually it gets to the point where you can visit a memory of a scene of two of your characters talking, and they have a back and forth dialogue that can be completely surprising, even to you. I make these videos to get the word out about my own illustrated fictional storytelling that I post at solomation.com for free viewing. And to encourage me to make more of these videos, please visit that and watch one of my episodes. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please encourage me to make more by hitting the like button, subscribing, and leaving a comment. If you thought of something that you think will add to this subject, please leave it in the comment box. I hope your writing goes great, and have a good day.